Okay. We have Dr. Sarah Renee Langley. Thank you. Thank you for all your work, all your exceptional work and leadership and leaving a legacy. And thank you for letting Monica go first. And she still had technical difficulties. It's all good. It's all good. I had them on the first day. So, Dr. Sarah Renee is an award-winning global speaker and mindset success strategist who helps elite female executives and entrepreneurs live, love, and lead without limits using her lead method. I am so honored in you being here with us, and thank you so much for sharing your message here today. Let me, there you are. Thank you so much.
Right, Dr. B, thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. I'm just happy to be a part of this wow sisterhood. Thank you, Hellenique, for connecting me in this wow connected sisterhood. And what I want to do is take a moment to read something to you. Nothing happens by happenstance whatsoever. Everything is always divinely timed. I'm reading from a devotional by Sarah Young called Jesus Calling. When I gave you my spirit, I empowered you to live beyond your natural ability and strength. That's why it is so wrong to measure your energy level against the challenges ahead of you. The issue is not your strength, but mine, which is limitless. By walking close to me, you can accomplish my purposes in my strength. If you ladies can oblige me, unmute yourselves and say it 3 times. I am limitless. Let me hear my sisters.
I am limitless.
Let's hear it again.
I am limitless.
Here's a charm.
I am limitless.
Thank you so much. Now, what I would love for you to do is say, you are limitless. 3 times. Let's hear it.
You are limitless. You are limitless. You are limitless.
Thank you so much. It's music to my ears. So the last part I want you to do is that because we are a sisterhood, I want us to be able to uplift ourselves together and say, we are limitless. 3 times. Let's hear it.
We are limitless. We are limitless.
We are limitless. We are limitless.
Yes. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. Y'all can go ahead and mute yourselves back as I take this time to pour and to be poured into. My name is Dr. Sarah Renee Langley. I am your limitless leader, as well as being able to help my lady leaders out there, my executive women who are entrepreneurs, CEOs in their own right. I help them to live, love, and lead powerfully and boldly without limits, unapologetically and guiltlessly. And I had a whole presentation set up, had it in my mind, wrote it out, but I know how God works with me. And it was amazing how I have to kind of like put that to the side as I normally have to do. That's how he works with me. And now speak from a place of authenticity, of rawness, of realness, of wholeness. It's interesting how we can do everything, all things. We try our best to. We try to take care of ourselves, our home life, our work life, our friends' lives, everything and everyone. But sometimes it can be at our own expense. Sometimes we can put ourselves dead last and make everyone else first. Who can attest to that? Let me just see a hand raise. Is it just me? Or I don't know, it's just me. But I swear to you, when I had a moment, what was very interesting was I had a moment of decision to show up today and to share my story about limitless leadership, a new kind of leadership for women in this futurist female space that we're in now. Or I had a chance, or I had a decision to make in terms of not only am I a career woman, but I'm also a caregiver. And it's amazing how we have so many hats that we wear, and then not even knowing, and sometimes getting lost in the sauce for our own selves. I could have said, you know what, Dr. B, I can't make it because, oh, Saturday, which, our amazing summit has started, I was in the ER with my father. And to understand my caregiving journey, I've been a caregiver for my parents for over 15 years. So it's nothing for me to have to figure out how to juggle, how to take care of my family, how to take care of my businesses, how to take care of my relationships, how to take care of my clients. But there was a moment in time where I didn't know how to take care of myself in the process. And I said, you know what? The decision, which is just mine, everybody has a decision to make when it comes down to it, when you're at a crossroad of decision making, to either show up, as long as it's not depleting you. See, it's not about always having to push through and then we get lost in the sauce and then we lose ourselves in the process and get depleted and trying to pour into everybody when our cup runs low, when it's empty. It's amazing how society will give us a badge of honor to say, that's strong. You're a strong woman. And speaking as a Black woman, it's like 10 times, 100 times more to hear that, oh, you're a strong Black woman. And then at times, sometimes as women, we just don't want to be strong. Sometimes we just want to be weak and be okay with that. Sometimes because of society and the patriarchal standards that we had to live by until now, because this Wow Summit, we are realizing that we make the rules. We can actually make the rules on our own terms, our way. But until then, we know what we know. We default to what we know because it's been ingrained. And to make that decision to either be like, you know what, I'm going to not show up. And that's okay if that was the decision. I decided to show up because it was not only for me to pour into you, but to also receive. Because at times as women, I'll speak for me, I won't speak for y'all, but y'all can raise your hand or twiddle your fingers if this applies to you. Sometimes we don't receive enough. We don't open our arms to receive. So why did I have you to say, I am limitless, to first uplift yourself, to speak life into you first? We have to make sure, as someone had said earlier, we have to put our own oxygen mask on first. So let's uplift ourselves first, be our top priority without guilt, fear, or apology. And then it's a matter of speaking life to someone else. So it's a give and take. We're pouring and then pouring into. So I wanted you to say you are limitless, so that someone needed to hear that, because maybe they didn't believe what they said about their own selves, that I am limitless. So now we were uplifting our sister and say, you know what? No, you are limitless. And then as a collective at this Wow Summit, we had to hold hands and join together to uplift each other, and as one, that we are limitless together. So I chose to be here today, even though I'm in one of my home offices, and right next to me or next door is my father, who has always defied the odds in terms of what doctors have said, what medicine has said. We had to stand on our faith. We've been down this journey so many times in the 15 years of caregiving that I knew that if I were to show up, I knew that God would show out, and that I allowed myself to receive in this collective, this sea and this of collective of women all over the world. So I want to say thank you for you showing up. You never, ever know that it may not be anything that you know what to say, but just your presence can be just enough. So that being said, I'm going to drop this in the chat.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sarah.
So we already did our chant. We said, I am limitless. Mm-hmm. You are limitless. We are limitless. You are a limitless leader. I talked about being from a care woman to caregiver and back again. And you know what? We have to be able to be at a place to honor where we are. I know that there are times that, even though I'm saying, hey, we're limitless leaders, there's times that we may feel limited, and we're not going to act like that doesn't exist. So let's talk about it. Top 3 that I wanted to discuss: imposter syndrome, not feeling like you're good enough. Even though your accolades, your credentials, your strength, everything that you do for everyone, everybody will say that you're amazing. But it may be challenging for you to receive that you are amazing, that you are enough. Another thing that limit us as limitless leaders can be comparison, the comparison game. I was wondering, like, you know what? I'm listening to everyone's stories and their amazing talks, and I'm like, oh, well, will mine be just as great? Will it be, better? Or will it be different? Will I wow everybody? Wow Summit, pun intended. And I said, you know what? This is not about comparison. This is about an addition to. This is about a collective. This is about us continuing to complete each other. But we tend to compare ourselves, which makes us limited. Superwoman syndrome. So we have to be strong and prove our worth, our value to everything and everyone, but still not believing in our own selves and our own strength and our own abilities, and knowing that we are already complete and that we are limitless. And then for a bonus, number 4, just saying no. I'm not going to ask y'all to show, to put yourselves out there and let me know who has a problem with saying no. I tell you the truth. There have been times that I have, but just know that no is a complete sentence. It does not need anything else after no. And it is okay to say no. But sometimes if we always saying yes to everything, for whatever the reason is, it keeps us limited. So what can help us to become limitless leaders? I would love to give to you as a gift from me to you, my lead method. I'm going to list them and then just speak 30 seconds to each. Look and listen, number 1. Number 2, evaluate and expand. Number 3, activate and amplify. Number 4, decide and defy. Look at what are those obstacles or boundaries that you find yourself running into over and over again. Because there may be something that you are to learn from it, as opposed to trying to run away from it and act like it doesn't exist. Avoidance doesn't make it go away, but we need to be able to see what are those obstacles, but what are we to learn? Because sometimes those obstacles can create opportunities. So we have to reframe our mindset and look at things differently to get different results. And listen, not always listen to everything and everyone, but how about listening within yourself? Trusting in that limitless power within you to lead you and to guide you into all truth. Give yourself more credit than you ever realized that you have. Because in that, and you listening to yourself, you may find yourself doing such an amazing, amazing things in this world that we need you to do. So look and listen, evaluate and expand. We tend to look at our weaknesses, whatever those things are, but how about our strengths? How about the things that have worked for us in our courses of our lives? Why not look at our strengths as opposed to always putting energy on, okay, a weakness and find another weakness and find another thing that's wrong and another thing that's flawed. Let's break that cycle and start looking at who we are right now, what we possess right now, who are we being, as it was said earlier. Not about doing all the time, but just being. Evaluate your strengths and what you bring to the table. And expand. So can everybody be on mute, please? Thank you. And to expand your expanded vision. What is your vision for this world? What is your vision for yourself? What is your vision for others? What is the legacy that you want to leave behind? Expand your vision, your horizons, because it's just waiting for you. It's there. It's just a matter for you to tap in. Activate and amplify. Activate that limitless power within you. We don't have to keep looking at things and saying and then determining and then making it to be true that, oh, I'm limited. I don't have this. I don't have that. Let's reframe and look at what you do have and to know and recognize that you are already complete with everything that you need to navigate this thing called life. Activate that power within you that's limitless and then amplify your voice, amplify who you are and what you have to say and share to the world, because we are listening. As opposed to thinking that you don't have nothing to say or share, you absolutely do, because of the power that worketh within you, that limitless power within. And lastly, decide and defy. Now it's a matter of decision. I decided to show up. I decided to not, for me, because someone could have said, you know what, I don't want to show up. I have too many things going on. I want to be by my father's side. And that's okay too. I decided to show up because that's what I wanted to do. Make that decision to now be limitless and then defy all odds. Take off those limits, tap into your limitless potential and go after your next and your more. So I thank you for your time today. I'm glad to be here in this presence with you, illustrious women. And if you would like to I have a gift for you in terms of, it's called How to Lead Happy and Successful Lives. I had the pleasure of interviewing 12 amazing limitless leaders who shared their juicy secrets about how they live, lead, and love powerfully and boldly without limits. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, at the link, and then that way everybody can get it. I'm going to ask everybody, because as a collective, we have that powerful energy and love. And what I want to do just for a few minutes, send that loving energy to your dad. And you chose to be here. And that is really, it really touches my heart that we all have 100 million things to do. And we have people to care for. But you decided to be here. And I'm telling you, you're touching more people than you know. And we love you, and we're sending that loving energy to your dad. And I honor you for your presence. Thank you.